Once upon a time in Hyvinkää, some 2021, I was sitting on the floor of a backstage area, having my head, against a knee of some rockstar personality. Now, this made me feel rather uncomfortable, so with all my muscles and power on shit, I decided to do a headless interview because, the rockstar in question is so ashamed of himself, or maybe he's just plain ugly. You won't find the truth. But this guy is from a band called Malignament, a black metal band from Finland. But then again, you don't really know this headless person. So, dude, who the fuck are you and why you are without the head?
Well, you can call me
P, like yellow P.
PJ.
PJ.
Yeah, letters P and J. And I play in Malignament.
Malignament.
I'm not sure if that is the correct pronunciation, but
let's call it that.
Let's go with that, Malignament.
So, Malignament is playing black metal.
Yes.
When was this band started and for which kind of reasons?
Well, I think we started around 2018, 2019, and very personal reasons. Just I had this feeling and this burning inside that I had to kind of release it, and Malignament was a I had to have a kind of new band, make a new thing, and Malignament is that.
You mentioned new band.
Yeah, kind of.
What does this mean in terms of your background in the metal scene? I know you're not a newcomer, you're not a newbie, you're not some 17-year-old guy in the block, but what is your background before having Malignament being formed?
Well, I thought that, the first time I ever found black metal and everything around it, it was so fascinating because there was little information for everything. There wasn't any YouTube and that kind of, platforms and all the, not knowing all the things and making things, very simple. They were the reasons why it was so overwhelming. I mean, black metal. So I think I don't need. People will find out who I am, and they will do it quickly, probably, and it's okay. But I want to decide how much I give myself to them.
Like how much you reveal about the personality behind the band.
Exactly.
But is Malignament all about you, or are there other musicians making the whole thing happen?
No, well, I have a drummer. He's a good friend, and I consider him as a member of the band. But all the songs, everything in Malignament, it's all about me.
All about you. Is this some kind of ego tripping?
Maybe.
Maybe, who knows? Okay, you mentioned that YouTube and platforms such as YouTube kind of changed the game, and we all know that before YouTube, Facebook, and Bandcamp, other social media pages, things were quite different. You actually had to read zines and all kind of publications to get sort of kind of information. You really couldn't Google things up because there were none. But things started to change rather quickly with the late 90s, and by the early 2000s everything was pretty much all over. The kind of a mysticism started to fade.
Exactly.
How much that has affected you as a musician or fellow metalhead as how you see black metal to be?
Yeah, well, of course it's nice that so many people have found black metal and all that, and of course there will be and always will be this underground where are these underground bands, and people who are in underground will like them, and there will pop up new bands there that will like kind of break the barrier between underground and sort of mainstream, if you can say. And it's a good thing and it's a bad thing, but you know, people shouldn't maybe think it as simple as that. Maybe people just should, you know, focus on doing music.
Talking about this kind of a rather black and white ways to see whole music, not only metal music, but that is even more happening in extreme metal. And specifically when we're talking about black metal, it seems like you're either mainstream or you're underground. But in reality, so many bands kind of fit between.
In the middle.
And I would even make the claim that no black metal band is in fact mainstream, considering you don't really get the radio play.
I think so too. There is no mainstream black metal band if we talk about mainstream as a mainstream.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe the closest band in mainstream is Ghost. You know.
Yeah, and it's roughly metal anymore.
Yeah, but you know all the satanic themes and stuff.
Okay, you mean like that. Yeah. Okay, so how do you think that people, you know, are so kind of being a snob or kind of elite? You know, like you had these talks, we all had these talks, like, okay, you really can't like Dimmu Borgir because they're so big. You cannot really like Cradle of Filth because they're so big. You have all these bigger names popping up, and people are like, okay, I didn't want to listen to them anymore because they're sellouts and all that stuff. Do you think this so-called legend or myth being a sellout is actually true in black metal, or is it just because people are jealous or whatever?
Well, I think that is absolutely true in humanity. It doesn't need to have a black metal scene or any other scene, but you know, when you gain power, when you gain fame, it corrupts, you know. So, but I forgot what I was saying.
But okay, talking about this, that you know the power corrupts and makes kind of bands lose their edge.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to think about what you can say, how you can show because of commercial success and all that stuff.
The secret behind
that is the metal genre pedal at the very strong game.
And this is the person who wanted not to disrupt the interview today, because he also popped up in Satanic Warmaster interview.
But this is Aluminium channel, the competitive channel. This is hello. Yeah.
Yes, this is the Steelfest guy.
Yeah.
So we can just, you know, ignore him. Go fuck yourself. This is audience TV, or adult TV.
So what was the question?
I was talking about this kind of commercialism and being corrupt and all that stuff. I mean, does it matter that bands are corrupt? We're talking about corrupt metal in the first place.
Yeah. Well, I think you know, people should ask themselves, are they corrupt? Because I think everyone is corrupt in some way, and it's so personal thing. And if you play in a band and you find out that you are just one of the cliches and you're not doing anything new, or you are doing things for wrong reasons, like if you don't have any anger, if you don't have anything to say, so you might be corrupt.
All right, this is a very, very fascinating topic, because you know, whenever I think about these kind of sellout comments or commercial success and you know whatever things are related, and I've been wondering, because lots of bands also have side projects, and where it makes sense and where it does not make sense, and nobody has been kind of been able to show where is that exact position or time, like how many albums you can sell without being a sellout, how many wrong decisions can you make without being corrupt. I mean, where you draw the line, where is this artist's integrity and credibility and all that stuff, like Where you draw the line?
I think it's when the artists start to make music that doesn't speak to their audience, or it doesn't sound like them. There is the line somewhere there. I think when the music itself loses the spirit, and all this media stuff and all the rockstar things and all of those things come, it's probably harder to. I think Dee Snider of Twisted Sister said something. It's really hard to write a good album when everything is okay and
kind of a lukewarm and nice, but not offending anybody and all that stuff.
Maybe he meant something like that.
All right, let's talk about music to you personally. Music and lyrics specifically. What do they mean to you? What is the music's magic that makes you tick?
Yeah, I think when I was younger, the lyrics didn't mean that much. But after all, when there was this songs like "Raining in Blood" or "Hammersmash's Face" or something like that, you had to okay, what are they saying? And there was, of course, songs that lyrics that stick to me. But I think I find that. The lyrics are maybe the most important thing to me right now in the music that I make, because I want to make a song that tells a story.
Why do you think so many lyrics in metal specifically suck?
Because they're boring. All the songs are done like a million times.
Because I had a talk with Mikko Aspa a day before this one. And I was asking, okay, we should do an interview, and Mikko Aspa stated that he doesn't think that I like lyrics. I mean, that I keep ignoring them. And I said, no, I like lyrics. It's just that most lyrics are kind of rubbish because, most artists are not paying enough attention.
Most artists are rubbish.
So do you think it goes hand in hand with the music, or is it just coincidence?
I don't know, I'm not sure, but probably if there's a good fucking band that makes really good music, but somehow the lyrics suck, can you show me an example? What is that band? Because if the band is good, I think lyrics must be good.
But can you ignore a band because of having shitty lyrics, but when the music is good, like melodies and riffs and all?
It depends the band and the message and how do you say it. It's not, what do you say, it's how do you say it.
What about good lyrics versus bad music? Can you listen to a shitty music if the lyrics are so goddamn good?
It's hard.
It's hard, I know. but can you?
Maybe if the lyrics are somehow especially good, I can maybe find some ways to find the music better than
listenable. Maybe
I'm not sure.
All right, so how would you describe Malignament's music to somebody who is totally foreign beyond black metal?
Totally foreign.
Like I know black metal, but what kind of black metal are you guys playing?
Okay, well, there are many kind of, this typical Finnish moments and riffs, but there's also very much Swedish influence in there, and also influence from Polish bands that I've been listening. But it's so hard to say because those songs some are from even the year 2009.
Okay, so pretty old.
Couple, songs are really old. But it's black metal. But it's not. It's well produced. It's different, I think.
All right. What kind of bands or artists in general inspire you to do this music?
Bands that are, credible. Bands that seem to be honest.
Any names you want to mention? Like, I want to give my tribute to this particular artist.
Well, I could, but I decide not.
All right, fair enough. So, Malignant's new album is now out this fall, 2021.
Yes.
And what can we see in the future after this new album? What will there be?
I've started writing new songs, and there is probably going to be live performances also, but we don't have a complete lineup yet, and of course this situation with the virus and stuff, it's, I don't know, maybe live performances and new songs.
Have you prepared to give something special in terms of going live?
I have ideas, but I'm not going to
reveal the secrets.
Yes.
All right. If you could give a word of wisdom to your younger version, what would that be?
Oh, to myself.
Maybe you yourself, or maybe your bandmates.
That's a really hard question.
I like hard questions.
Let me think of a moment. Try harder.
Try harder.
Yeah.
All right, that is some wisdom, words of wisdom to you people out there. Try harder, because I know eventually a lot of people will decide, I'm gonna have this band and I'm gonna avoid the mistakes what these older folks have done. I'm gonna do my own mistakes, but maybe learn along the way from the older folks. Thank you, Mr. Malignament, and people. Check out their music. I've already heard it, even though it's not yet out, and it's good. Is it great or just nice? That is up to you. So, to quote a Norwegian black metal artist, let's find out. Take care, and see you soon with more stuff coming your way. Kiitoksia.
Kiitos. Tämä meni ihan.
No niin, se meni hyvin.